Hi everyone. In this video, we'll look at how we can find efficiency in our processes. With Airtable. So let's say we are a services company or a product company selling products, and orders get placed with our company, and we are having an orders table in Airtable. And this orders table has statuses like orders placed or order pending, packaged, shipped, completed, and so on and so forth. And we want to track how many days up orders are sitting in a particular status, uh, so we know where we want to improve the processes. So that is what we intend to do. I'll tell you ways in which we can do this in Airtable. So and this you can then transform to your business as well. Maybe you're a services company and you track your projects based on different statuses which the projects are in. Like statuses could be project placed, agreement signed, proposal sent, first contact, and so on and so forth. So depending on your business, your statuses may vary, but the inline workaround for that would remain the same. How you would know what is the average days or time where a particular project or order uh, you know is taking time, and so on and so forth. So let me quickly share my screen and we'll jump right into it and see how we can do that in Airtable. So as you can see here, I have this order management base here. It contains its a database for a product company selling different products, like a jewelry store. Okay, selling these products, and orders get placed by these contacts to this store. We have an order line item table associating orders with products, as you would have seen in my previous videos. Why we created this junction table known as order line item. And ultimately we have this orders table and the statuses which this particular table can contain currently are pending, shipped, packaged, invoiced. And generally these statuses change in sequence. They start with being in pending status, going to packaged, then shipped, and then finally invoiced. We could add another status known as completed, but that's not required for this discussion. Okay. So how do we do that? Well, I'll tell you a quick trick to track that efficiency in this video. So what we are going to do is we are going to set an automation when a particular order has a status getting changed to pending. We want to put that pending date, and then when the status changes to packaged from pending, we want to put that date. Okay, so there will be two dates here. Those date updates would happen with automations. Okay, so there would be date of uh, pending. Let's say when this order becomes pending, this is our first status. This is a date field in itself. Without, we don't include the time, we are only concerned with date here. And there is another date known as date of packaged, which is another date field without time. Okay. Okay. Now what we want to do is set up automations which could update these dates as and when these statuses get changed to pending and packaged respectively. Okay. Then we'll find out the difference between the dates, between these two dates, to know for how many days the orders remain in pending status. Hope you get the point. Okay. So I go quickly to automations. Uh, let me uh, create a new automation. I call this update to date date of pending. We'll create an automation just for that. For that, we'll use a when a record matches conditions option. Table is orders table. Let's add the conditions. So as and when the status is or becomes pending, this automation should trigger along with one more condition. I'm putting date of pending is empty. Why I'm putting this second condition is so that by chance if this order goes back to pending, we don't want to trigger this automation again. This has to be triggered only when date of pending is empty. Okay, so that duplicate trigger doesn't happen. And once this happens, I have to basically update the record to put the date of pending date there. So let me quickly test this step. Let's So there are two records available right now which are in pending state with date of pending empty. Okay, I have selected one record for testing purposes. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll add an update record action on orders table again. Let's select the order ID for this record, which is the Airtable order ID, and the choose and the date and the field we are choosing here is state of pending. We want to update this field when the status changes to pending. Okay, and I want to put the current date there. Okay, current date. If I go for a dynamic option, I don't see anywhere current date here. If there was a column which tells me the current date, that is today's date, then I would have directly put that column value. Let me see if there is no function option as well here, which means either I can go for a static value, which means a static date, which won't work. I want the dynamic today's date there. Okay, so let me quickly go back to my data. What I'll do is I'll add one column known as today date. What this would contain is a formula which gives me today's date. Okay. Today I don't want the time. Is there a way I can do that? Formula today. Let's quickly check it on the internet. Today date in Airtable with time. How to do that? Yeah, I put this. This should work. It's not working. Let's see if this works. Okay, so this is working. Okay, so this gives me today's date in this format. Let's keep it in MMDD. Bye bye. Okay, so I have the today's date. Uh, so every time I see this orders table, I'll keep on seeing updates to this column based on the date change. So tomorrow this would become 11th of January and so on and so forth. Now coming back to my automation, if I look for static today's date, okay, so date of pending should become today's date, okay, on the fly. When a record changes to pending and date of pending is empty, update date of pending to today's date. That is what we want to do in this automation. Okay, run as configured, run the test on that record. So for Adit Singh, the date of pending should change to today's date. Okay, let's see if that happened. It's not happening. Let's go to the automations once. Okay, it changes to pending. So let's try doing that. So let's say is this because of the format here? Eh, If let's say I'm changing this, let me switch on the automation. Okay, and if this packaged one changes to pending, let's see if the automation is working. Yes, so the automation worked. So it was an issue of, I think, the format there. So 110, I brought this today's date in the same format, MDD YYYY. Okay. So similarly, let me check it out again. When the status gets changed to pending with date of pending empty, I'll see date of pending getting updated to today's date, which is happening correctly. Okay, which means the automation is working. Going back to the automation, I've switched this automation on. Let me create another automation on date of packaging. Let me add the trigger. So trigger would be almost similar. Status is packaged. When it changes to packaged, this automation should trigger along with date of packaged being not empty. Empty. Okay, that is when this automation should trigger. Let's quickly see if we have a record. We'll check this automation out. There is currently no record there. Okay, let me make it packaged. Okay, so we have one record here. So trigger is in place. Second thing I want to do is update the record with this Airtable record ID and date of package, date of packaging. Being set to today's date. Okay, run the test. So for Adit Singh, now we see date of package being set to 10/1/2024, which means this automation is working. And basically, we can switch this automation on to quickly test this out. So this is in pending status. Okay, when I change this to packaged this order, I should see date of packaged being changed to today's date. So whenever you are changing the status to packaged, that date should be set. Okay. Now let me add one more column known as days in pending. Okay. So this would be a formula field. I'll apply the date and diff function to capture the difference between date of packaged and date of pending, date of pending. Okay. This for other records it is coming NaN because either date of packaged is empty or date of pending is empty or both are empty. Okay. So let me quickly give some data here. Let me give some practical data to help us understand the concept in a better way. Okay. Okay. One thing I forgot here. I have put this format in days. The output should be in days. Okay. So we have the days in pending status coming in. Okay. Which is great. And of course, if you want to little bit make this formula more robust, basically put an if condition telling that please give me the number of days only if both these dates are non-empty. Okay, so that is something which you can do. Here I just made every date as non-empty so that I don't see any NaN record here. Okay, so we are getting number of days for each record, where each record number of days uh, for each record where the record is in pending stage. Okay, so that data we are getting here. Record order 1 is in pending state before it changes to packaged for 8 days, order 2 for 3 days, order 5 for order 3 for 5 days, and so on and so forth. What we can do is to find out an average days for all your orders. Well, either you can create basically an extension known as summary. Okay, where this particular app displays a summary where you can take an average of this column. Okay, that is one thing you can do. Another workaround, if you don't have a graded plan, is you can create an order roll-up table, link it to orders table. I've already done that here. Link it to orders table, get a date diff lookup column. So here the lookup, okay, I removed that link. Let me add that link. Order rollup. Okay, so it's a link to another record, order rollup. So I have this field in place here. Now what I would do is date diff. I will basically create a lookup column here in this table on orders table. Cancel. Okay. So there is one more field which got created known as order 2. Let's quickly change it to orders field, bring it up here. There is a date diff lookup column. Let's quickly configure that. Uh, that lookup column is the days in pending stage. Days in pending. And I'll basically create a roll-up column on the orders table. The view doesn't come properly on edit, actually. That's the problem. So count is there. Choose a field. Field would be okay, count, and then the average. Average is days in pending divided by count. Okay, this is the formula, which is absolutely fine. Now what? Let me quickly put the name here. Name is orders. All the orders should show which are getting linked. Now let me quickly add all the orders here for which we want the average days in pending status. So I've added all the orders to this one record here. So it got all the days in pending. It looked up from orders table, got the days in pending. Count should be on actually count should be on days in pending. Okay, so there are 5 values coming under days in pending. We are counting those 5 values and then getting an average on sum of days in pending divided by count. Okay, and the average days average days in pending state. Okay, that is what we get. So this is how we are able to track the efficiency in our process. Similarly, you can track the days on an average. The orders are being held under packaged status before moving to ship status, and so on and so forth. So you get the idea, right? So yes, this is what I wanted to cover in this video. Hope it was informative. And by the way, we are an AI automations consultancy working with businesses who want to organize and automate with no-code tools like Airtable, Make, etc., so that they can improve efficiency in their business, reduce time put in manual efforts, and so on and so forth. So like and subscribe. And if you want to hop on a call, the link is there in the description. Click on that calendar link, book a call, and I'll be happy to have a call with you and discuss. And yes, comment on the video for any specific topic you want me to create the video on. And yes, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.